The remote grounds were tranquil that morning, the pond reflecting the soft glow of the rising sun. Birds chirped quietly, and the only movement came from the gentle ripple of water along the dock. My companion and I were walking along the edge of the estate, discussing plans for the upcoming season at the lodge, when the sudden roar of Karen's SUV shattered the serenity. She had once again dialed emergency services, this time arriving personally to confront us, her obsession escalating into reckless aggression. From her vehicle, she shouted, waving papers and gesturing wildly. Loyalists emerged from the car, emboldened by her presence, their intentions clear: to intimidate, assault, and assert control over property they had no right to claim. Karen's belief in her imagined authority blinded her to the reality she was about to face. I immediately signaled the tactical squad. Former Marines, law enforcement veterans, and trained family members had been stationed strategically across the property, ready for just such an escalation. Drones hovered overhead, capturing every angle, every movement, and transmitting live updates to ensure full situational awareness. Every approach, every potential action by Karen or her loyalists had been anticipated. As Karen advanced, she attempted to shove past the perimeter, approaching my companion aggressively. "You will leave this property immediately. You are violating HOA rules," she shouted, her voice sharp and frantic. I stepped forward, credentials displayed prominently. "This is private property. You are trespassing. Any attempt to assault or intimidate will result in immediate tactical and legal consequences. Step back now," I commanded, my voice calm but carrying unyielding authority. Karen's loyalists froze, uncertainty flickering across their faces. They had expected fear or compliance, not calm, decisive authority reinforced by tactical readiness. The bluff that had allowed them to act with impunity had collapsed entirely. When Karen attempted to physically grab my companion, the tactical squad moved into position. They intercepted her without escalation, guiding her back from the perimeter while ensuring no one was harmed. Her loyalists, witnessing the swift and precise response, hesitated, realizing that any aggressive action would be met with immediate containment and evidence documentation. I signaled to the drones to document the assault attempt. Every step, every gesture, every shouted order was captured in high resolution. Karen's call to emergency services, intended to summon assistance, now worked against her. The evidence of harassment and assault would be undeniable. Despite her panic, Karen continued to insist on intervention, waving her papers and shouting threats. But the law was clear, and the tactical perimeter was absolute. Her actions had crossed a line, and she was no longer in control. The response was decisive. Karen and her loyalists were escorted from the property, unable to interfere further, and fully documented for future legal action. By late morning, calm had returned to the remote grounds. The pond reflected the serene sky, the estate remained untouched, and my companion, unharmed, resumed the walk along the shoreline. The attempted assault had been neutralized without injury, every movement strategically countered, every escalation anticipated. "She never learns," my companion murmured quietly, steadying the infant in their arms. "No," I replied, scanning the perimeter. "Every attempt she makes exposes her obsession and reinforces the strength of preparation, law, and tactical readiness. Aggression is powerless against foresight." The remote grounds stood serene, untouchable, and fully secured. Karen's intervention had failed spectacularly. Her assault thwarted, her authority exposed as meaningless, and her obsession rendered impotent against strategic planning. Once again, preparation, law, and decisive action had ensured the safety of the family, the security of the estate, and the preservation of peace along the waterfront and the lodge.